This triple calendar chronograph Moonphase from the Longines Master Collection is a watch I'm always thrilled to talk about. It's one of the more solid combinations of aesthetics, orological muscle, and affordability. Launched in 2005, Longines Master Collection is all about reviving the brand's historical importance in watchmaking by crafting elegant and classic designs that skew less sporty and more sophisticated. Nowadays, Longines, among many other brands, are telling their tales of mid-century prowess through reissues of classic vintage pieces, but that's not what this collection is about. Within the Master Collection, you have several variations of wristwatches. Most aren't insane technical feats, utilizing mostly off-the-shelf ETA calibers, but some, like the Retrogrades launched in 2007, are truly impressive. This triple calendar here sits somewhere in the middle of the spectrum, housing a proven movement, but with a slew of complications. It looks great on the wrist and doesn't cost a ton either. The 42mm polished case is finished to a mirror. There's another reference very similar to this one, but this case is 40mm if you have smaller wrists. I have 6 3/4 inch wrists, and so I opted for the 42mm because I preferred the more modern sizing. The 40 just felt a little small to me. Lug to lug, this one here measures 49mm and it's 14.5mm thick. The sign crown and chronograph pushers are on the right side of the case, and you have a recessed pusher for adjusting the day of the week at 10 o'clock. With this watch, Longines provides a steel key that you can use to adjust the calendar, but a paperclip or a ballpoint pen will work fine if you're in a pinch. Like I said, it's not a sport watch, so it's only got 30 meters of water resistance, but that's plenty for everyday wear. The dial has a lot going on, not just in terms of its elements. You have the subdials, all of which play double duty. You have the running seconds and the 24-hour indicator sharing a subdial at 9 o'clock. There's the 30-minute counter for the chronograph at 12 o'clock, where that register is also home to the day and month apertures. Across the dial at 6 o'clock is the stopwatch hours register and moonphase indicator. In addition to all that, you have a bunch of nice finishing on the dial, from the guilloche texture to the blued hands and the polished borders around the subdials. It's not the most legible watch in the world, and this is largely because the date pointer can act as a decoy for the minutes hand until you're used to the watch. Even still, telling the time is alright, and the dial is really beautiful. It's not the type of watch you wear to ensure you know the time with the slightest glance. This watch isn't about practicality. The Moonphase is a telltale sign of that. It's about showing off your passion for mechanical watches, and its anachronism only strengthens that display. Behind the dial is a Valjoux or ETA 7751, a variation on the 7750, the very popular chronograph movement, with a complete calendar, pointer date, a 24-hour indicator, and a custom signed rotor that you can see through the sapphire crystal exhibition caseback. It's a 25-joule automatic movement with 46 hours of power reserve on a full wind. Both the 42 and the 40mm models come on leather or steel bracelets. I've tried both, and while I prefer the brown alligator for its looks and softness, the bracelet isn't that bad and adds some sportiness to the look. It's not a dress watch by any means, if the busy dial and the contrast stitching on the strap were any indication, but it still holds its own on nicer occasions and looks better with the suit than it does with jeans and a t-shirt. It feels at home on the wrist with an alligator strap that breaks in nicely after a wear or two. It's sized for more of a contemporary wrist at 42mm and will slip under most shirt cuffs, although the 7751 is not a thin movement. The lug width on the 42mm model is 21mm, which is a bit of an odd size for aftermarket straps, but they're out there. This watch comes in at $3,350 on a bracelet or $100 less on the alligator strap. At this price, you have a few options. The Lehm-Sphero comes to mind as a comparably priced German alternative, but I can't personally speak to that particular watch. I use the term whole watch a lot, and this is the watch that coined it for me. It's a healthy combination of all the ingredients that add up to something greater than the sum of its parts. A beautifully decorated but busy dial, a comfortable strap, and a lot of bells and whistles to talk your coworkers to death about. No, its ETA 7751 movement is not going to earn you a round of applause in pretentious orological circles, but to get this many complications within a manufacturer caliber, you're looking at Patek Philippe prices. If you're looking for a complications piece, this is a great place to start.